Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and have some good news today regarding the Naval Training Center. And first off, I want to say thank you, Wargaming, for listening to this. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back, get yourself a cookie. You did a good thing here listening to the players. So, if you can't gather from that little statement right there, Wargaming has come out and announced that the Naval Training Center is changing. However, the grind, the resetting the line from Tier 10 to Tier 1, that element of it is staying. The rewards part, however, is changing. So this was announced literally 4 hours after that Naval Training Center video that I released on Friday came out, so that was kind of awkward. Because if you guys remember in that video, I said I was waiting a couple of days to see if Wargaming was going to say anything about it. They did it, and then I recorded and uploaded the video, and go figure, they said something about it. Alright, so this is straight off of the What Are Warships Development blog Facebook page, and it says, changes in the Naval Training Center system. Dear players, after many discussions and feedback analysis, it should have been hard to analyze that feedback, we decided to change the direction of Naval Training Center development to meet your expectations and resolve your concerns. The part of NTC connected with resetting and revisiting ship lines will stay, however the rewards will be fully reworked. The design process for this is not an easy task, so we cannot share a lot of details right now, but what we can share is the new general concept. We will fully remove direct performance buff for ships which were originally presented in this system. Your feedback on this was clear. It should have been. And we don't believe that reducing these buffs further is any good. It will not resolve your concerns and make the reward not interesting at the same time. So for those of you who may not have known, I'm sure most of you didn't know, but for those of you who don't know, when the Naval Training Center was announced, originally how this would work was you would reset a ship line from Tier 10 to Tier 1, regrind that whole line. You'd have to actually regrind it 6 times to get the maximum level reward in order to get buffs for any ship from Tier 6 to Tier 10, and these were significant buffs. The battleships, for example, the Battleship 2nd buff was negative 10% to the dispersion of the main battery guns and plus 10% to the dispersion and range of the, well, it was actually negative 10% to the range, I'm sorry, plus 10% accuracy to the secondaries and range to the secondaries as well, so 10% to the accuracy and range of the secondary guns of any Tier 6 to Tier 10 ship. So that is a significant boost on top of all the stuff you can already throw on a battleship to improve those aspects, and the buffs for the cruisers and destroyers were equally as strong. So that is gone. It is no longer that. What it is now is this. Again, this is straight from the development blog Facebook page post. We will instead focus on unique, interesting, but non-mandatory content like new ships. For a start, we confirm that French Tier 10 cruiser Colbert and U.S. Tier 10 battleship Ohio will be the first rewards for NTC. They will be available in the Army for a Pacific resource earned by revisiting ship lines during seasons. That is fine. That is great. First off, that means the Colbert and the Ohio more than likely will not be Tier 10 premiums that you can outright buy. You do have to grind a bit to earn them, so it's sounding like you have to grind up. You have to regrind these lines in order to get to these ships. Fine, great. The new resource earned will take the place between casually accessible coal and much more rare steel, which is mostly locked behind competitive. So it's somewhere between coal and steel. It sounds like they're saying it's going to be, it's not going to be as easy to access as coal, but not as hard to get as steel, which, I mean, anyone with a Tier 10 line can start doing this, so you'd have to grind with Tier 10 first, but then you can reset your Tier 10 line and start earning this resource. Although, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to want to reset a Tier 10 line to get a couple of ships. Maybe we'll have to see how good the Ohio and Colbert is when they get released. We will invest our resources in exploring other types of rewards. For example, while we're heavily limited by the game lore itself, we will try to design some new cosmetics to make your ships look cool and show off your achievements. Another option for the future rewards are legendary upgrades introduced in the game long time ago. They offer a trade-off, a change in place of a specific ship instead of a direct buff. In any case, additional rewards will take more time, and we'll be happy to hear your new ideas. And this is kind of their little apology section right here. We know that the last few days were very heated, And we also know that the reason is that you love the game and care for it. We do as well. We're not taking the opposite side here. While we need to introduce more high-end progression to ensure the game will be healthy and evolving for years to come, we want to do it together with you. There's a lot to work on now, but we're sure that in the end we will get to the good, appealing system, which all of us will be able to enjoy. We will keep you updated, and please expect more news as soon as we make progress in development. Thank you, and see you soon. Okay, so they listened, which is the main takeaway from this, and they're changing it. That's the two biggest takeaways you need to know here. And I'm fine with them, at least, making the Ohio and the Colbert. I'm fine with that being a reward for grinding this much in the game. And the same with making your ships look different. I don't know what I mean by you're restricted by the lore of the game. We have space battleship skins. We have the Halloween skins. And that's all fine and dandy. As far as lore goes, if someone doesn't want to see that, there is an option in port to turn those cosmetic features off, so your ships will just look like World War II era ships instead of a crazy octopus ship or a space car first. So that's fine with me, and I'm glad they're taking it this direction. And they came about and released this fairly quick. Well, not as quick as I expected them to, but I thought that they would either countermand it in like a day or two after it was announced, or it's going to take like 2 weeks. So when they didn't say anything for the first couple of days, I assumed, well, this is probably going to happen then. But that's good that they were quick to change this. I mean, you guys know, you didn't have to go far to find some other community contributors or anyone saying how this was bad and this is not what we want. I honestly didn't read a single comment that was supportive of this idea, and I looked through several sources, because if this would have been released, you would have lost a lot of casual players. I do actually think, I know a lot of people said they were going to leave for the CV rework, but I don't think as many people who said they were going to leave actually left. I do know that a fair amount did leave, but it wasn't the mass exodus that if you went through reading comments on YouTube videos and the forums at the time, I don't think it was the mass exodus that you might have thought was going to happen. But I do actually think a fair lot of casual players would have left after this went live and been live for a couple of months, because the grind to get to those buffs was insane. The only ones who would have been able to do this would be the hardcore players and the no-lifers. Because, I mean, I play this game a lot. I do a YouTube channel this game that posts a video a day. It would have taken me quite some time to grind up to from tier 1 to tier 10 6 times to get a fully buffed out Cur first, which would have been the only ship I would have done it for, because I love the Cur first. And yeah, the seal clubbing would have been insane. I mean, jeez, I can imagine a decked out Harugma with those upgrades, a decked out Cur first, a decked out Cur. Any tier 10 ship just would have been pushed to God tier after that. It probably would almost be like a tier 11 after all those buffs would have been applied to it. But now, it's no longer that. It is tier 10 premium ships and cosmetic skins, which, I mean, yeah, that's fine with me. And I would actually be fine if the cosmetic skins gave them some type of XP boost or credit boost or something. Because, I mean, grinding up through six lines of tier 10 ships, I would expect the skin to give you some type of boost. Because, and more so than just a normal tier 10 premium skin boost. Like, just almost Missouri levels of credit or XP or Commander XP for me, because that'd be something that I could see people would grind for if you get some type of tier 10 or, well, not tier 10 skin, but some type of skin that would boost the amount of Commander XP you'd get with whatever commander you're using on the ship. Turn the ship into a great commander trainer. I can totally see someone doing that, and I think it would be worth it. But I mean, it would have to be higher than the average premium skin, if you guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, this was definitely a good move from Wargaming. And some very, very good news that I know I'm a little late to report this, but I had a bit of a crazy weekend. But this is good. I'm glad they listened. Thank you, Wargaming, for listening, because the results of this going live would have been disastrous. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about it. Are you happy about this change? What other things do you think they should offer for grinding up through a tier 10 line 6 times? Alright, hope you all having a wonderful Monday. Hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.